welcome to Mind Your Business, a channel where we are in everybody's business. If you don't mind getting in people's business, you're on the right channel. Talking about current topics and gossip.
So Robyn finally gets called out for all her nonsense that she's been getting on with and withholding information, and you're crying in the back of the car. No, first you're yelling at people first. Yeah, you're shouting at people, trying to have people up and talk about, well, beat me up then. I said, Lord Jesus, please, what is wrong with this woman? Well, as you put my inquisitive crew, let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, okay, so you got Wendy and Nneka going back and forth. We pick up with that. And it didn't really get any further than that. I felt like Wendy is just over the nonsense. I feel like Nneka comes across as a beg, because it's just like, what is going on here? Like, even if it is your sister-in-law, what has it got to do with you? Just stay out people's business and, create your own storyline, because we know nothing about you, lady. What do you do? Like, what is going on in your world? Because all I keep hearing about is Wendy and her mum coming out of your mouth. Like, what is going on? Anyway, like Wendy said, the sister-in-law, her getting a gele wasn't necessarily a big deal because Giselle also had one. I'm so glad that she actually put that in there, and it's quite traditional that people who attend will have that on. Whilst there is some, issues around the fact that Wendy's sister was friends with the sister-in-law, that's their business. I don't understand, like I said, why Nneka keeps bringing it up. She is just jarring at this point. But when Wendy said that she's smoking crack in LA, I did have to chuckle, but I was like, Wendy, Dr. Wendy, this is not like you just throwing out these random jabs. But it made me laugh anyway. And of course, you've got Giselle piping up talking about, does anyone smoke crack anymore? I'm like, Giselle, just be quiet. Just be quiet. Anything to do with Wendy, anything to try and get a jab in, you've got to say something. Just be quiet. Anyway, yeah, that little jab did make me laugh. And I just thought, I know it's just a reaction because Wendy's in that phase of, I'm protecting my mum. And that's that. What also cracked me up is when Wendy kind of checked Candice on, when Candice was trying to speak to Nneka and say, you guys should all be getting along. And I thought, Candice was trying to do the nice thing, but Wendy was like, yeah, don't try and fix that on my behalf. I'm not interested. So that did make me laugh. But like I said, I feel like Nneka is a bit embarrassing with this storyline, and she needs to just sort it out, because it doesn't look good for two Nigerian sisters to be arguing over foolishness, and you bringing up the shrine and making it look like there's bare witchcraft going on. You knew what you were doing with your words, so I just think it's bad. And obviously Wendy's quite hurt by those comments, which I can't blame her. Don't come for mum. Don't come for my mum. You must be mad. Anyway, at the dinner, I thought it was good to see the girls kikiing. I think that's the first time we've seen so far since they've been back with this season of them all kind of getting along. And what they're getting along over? Sex talk, of course. Somehow when they're drinking, talking about sex, all the women seem to come together and have some fun time, Frankie. But Robyn admitting that she likes to swallow wands swimmers, really, lady? Like Karen said, based on all the headlines, do you even know what you're drinking? Like, so Karen cracks me up every time. I love me some Karen because she cracks me up. Even Mia says that she don't do it. Yeah, I'm like, I'm with Karen on that for sure. And even Candice, good luck with your golden showers, honey, because NASA, none of them think they either. So yes, that's a hell no. I definitely was Team Karen at the table. Like, this is just, let's move it on. If that's what you don't want to do, that's your business. But Robyn, and you're not fed up of embarrassing yourself. Not only is the man is out here, allegedly, sharing his peen with other people and being highly inappropriate, and with these, so-called cheating rumours, but you're out here admitting that this is what you're doing for the man. Now, Nneka decided to share something about her journey, which is that she's trying to, get preggers and she wants twins. When they keep showing Wendy, it cracks me up because Wendy is definitely not here for anything she has to say or whatsoever. Like I said, Nneka comes across as a bit of a beg, a bit of a thirsty one. She doesn't seem to have her own storyline. Like I said, what do we know about Nneka? What does she actually do for work? I'm not even sure about that. Is she a lawyer or something? I don't know. Because if she is a lawyer, why was she so silent at the table when they were talking about legal stuff later on? So I'm confused about all of that. Like I said, we know nothing about her apart from, what's going on between this beef between her and Wendy. But what made me laugh was even her husband was laughing at her when she was sharing, oh, yeah, she can't be a crackhead. I was like, even he finds it funny. Like, yeah, it's a joke. Now, when they all went back to Robyn's room after having the meal, I was actually quite surprised that Robyn actually invited everyone. I was surprised that, Wendy and Candice did go, but I can see Candice going because I feel like Candice wants to be back in her graces. But Robyn is not so open to it, we can see. But anyway, Karen and Giselle pretty much left that room immediately. And I thought that was interesting because Giselle definitely left Robyn there with some of her frenemies. Wendy leaves also. So in the end, we just see what Candice and Nneka and Robyn chatting away. And, Robyn telling Candice that, she needs to go and follow her lead and do the swallowing like she does for her man. Because it'll make her man really happy. I'm just like, really? Is Ron really happy because he's out here acting a fool and embarrassing you? Anyway, on to breakfast, which they had in Ashley's room. Robyn is there moaning about Candice and, how Candice was trashing her. Ashley's acting like, I'm surprised she went to the room. Giselle with her 2 pence talking about, I'm surprised you let her in their room. I'm just like, you little light-skinned alliance heifers, man. They just sit there stirring their little pot, don't they? Anyway, I love that Karen kicked off the conversation about Robyn withholding the information and essentially dividing the group the way that she moved. And I really like that, she told her that basically you've been hiding the truth. And as usual, you've got Robyn not being accountable. She's there shouting, standing up, getting defensive, shouting in the place, talking about everyone's attacking her. It was just very dramatic and just over the top. And I did have to crack up at Karen's comments about her outfit and that she looked like she belonged to a polygamy camp. And that she needs to sit her ass down with her bonnet. I said, Lord, I love Karen. I love her reads because I was definitely here for it. But no, I don't buy Robyn's bullshit. I just feel like she's quite calculated. I mean, like she said, you purposely withheld that information. Then when you were ready to share it with everybody, it was a price tag was on it. It was after everything had been filmed, and it was after you had been, calling Karen a liar, where clearly there was rumours had some sort of validation to it because clearly it came out later on. So Karen clearly wasn't lying. You were calling her a liar. You were, throwing Candice's marriage under the bus. Over the seasons, you've been in everybody's business and in their marriages as well, alongside your bestie Giselle, up in people's business, because I'm sure Karen hasn't forgotten when you guys went round to deliver pizzas to her house to find out if she lived in her house and to find out if she was avoiding tax and all this stuff that was going on with her husband and putting on t-shirts. You guys were a hot mess. So I'm loving that Karen is kind of giving it back and holding Robyn accountable in this particular situation. But yeah, so, her talking about everyone's attacking her. I'm like, Robyn, you're a big fool. Just sit down and stop the noise. It's just foolishness. And I love that, Karen just basically saw that it was bullshit and called her on it. But you've got Robyn talking about, the girl DM'd me and I didn't read it, and obviously Candice asking, well, didn't you want to read it? Because that's normal human behaviour to want to read it. She's acting like, oh, no, I didn't want to read it. No, I don't think you didn't want to read it. I think you didn't have a chance to read it because, like you said, your man deletes everything, which is highly suspect. Who does that? Who doesn't have their own contacts and deletes every single thing? And no, honey, that's very sus. What are you doing out here? You're making yourself look even worse. I listened to her and just thought, wow, she's reached new depths of foolishness once again. Like, can she get any more deeper into the foolishness bag? I don't understand it. Like, who the hell does that? I call BS. It's absolute nonsense. And I feel like she's trying to make herself a bit of a victim in that sense. Do you know what I mean? But I don't really have that much sympathy for her because I feel like she has definitely helped and had a few things to say about other people's marriages. And she's not been truthful. If she was truthful and honest about what she was going through, I think the ladies would definitely try and support her. But instead, she tries to act like everything's perfect and it's just not. Now, obviously, Candice switching with Robyn so that she can go to the distillery with Karen and them, and Robyn can be back with her bestie. Was sweet of Candice, but I actually think it's because Robyn just can't handle Karen. I love Karen, but I feel like Robyn doesn't always like Karen, and she's had a little peanut bonnet with Karen from the beginning. After Ashley's little, breakfast and the chat that they had, and Ashley wasn't able to do her artistry that she wanted to do of painting pom-poms, they had to make a quick dash for the distillery and to the boot store, and they all split up. So you've got Light Skin Alliance along with Nneka, go off to the boots store, and the rest of them go off to the distillery. So the ladies at the boot store, you've got Nneka talking about her wedding and how it was a bit of chaos and it was such a disappointment. And I'm thinking, well, maybe it's because you're bad vibes, because you certainly came into the show with bad vibes, so that could be it. But yeah, anyway, she wants to have a traditional wedding. But again, like I said, she just gives me very much thirsty, very much dry, very much wanting to be loved by the light skin alliance. That's how it comes across to me. Then you've got Robyn moaning about, the way the girls were speaking to her. And it's, the friends wouldn't speak to each other like that. What are you talking about? They held you accountable. Giselle sitting in the back chatting about, it's disgusting. I just thought, please, you were sitting there pretty much quiet, looking and observing like you were a goldfish in a bowl. Like you weren't saying much whatsoever. So stop your foolishness. Your friend's looking foolish on TV and people have to hold her accountable. Then you've got Mia and Candice, Wendy and Karen at the sort of whiskey gin distillery. Wendy cracked me up because she did not give a damn about what was going on with Robyn when they were in the car and they were trying to conversate about it. And she was like, if she wants to believe the bag of lies that one says, then good luck to her. She's not in it. I also love that Wendy checked Mia about her jokes that she made about her mum. Is it whether her mum was a blackbird that just appeared? It wasn't funny. So I'm glad that she actually, let her know to leave her mum out, and that she had that vulnerable moment. You could tell that she was really upset and she had that moment. It was good for her to have that, I felt, so people can see that, you can't just go around bringing up people's mums like that. That is not okay. So even Mia decided she's going to back off and stay off of that because it wasn't funny. But I thought it was a sad but sweet moment for Wendy to be vulnerable and express herself and get really emotional about her mum being a single mum, raising her and, giving up her life so that she could have a good life. And, she ain't having nobody tarnish her mum's name. And I don't really blame her. She ain't going to be friends with someone who came in going out after someone's mum. So, I get that. Now, Giselle tripping over her in her boots just made me laugh because I thought that's karma because you're making fun of Karen earlier when she was coming down the stairs. Anyway, lunch meet up. So the ladies link up next door to the boot store for some lunch. Now, what made me laugh was Robyn, because I feel like Robyn can't wait to try and shade Karen at any moment she gets. Because when Karen was confused about the blue check mark, which did crack me up, by the way, it just felt like Robyn just couldn't wait to say, well, you pay for and Mia pays for. It was like, you like to try and get at her every point that she can. But Karen's cracking me up chatting about she's innocent and she's blaming Apple Pay. I'm like, Lord, whatever. Karen is funny. But the juicy part really was when the lawsuits came up. Before that, you've got Ashley talking about she wants, she's sorting out the custody and trying to sort out the divorce because that still ain't even sorted out yet. And she wants him to have the kids every other weekend, so maybe he wants the kids a bit more. But then Mia brings up the lawsuit with Candice versus Michael Darby, and Candice shuts that down, so she's not speaking about that, particularly in front of this group, which I get. I thought, well done, say your piece, leave it at that. And then you've got Robyn trying to make jokes about, well, do we need a list of things that can be spoken about and can't be spoken about in this group? You, of all people, should really shut your mouth. Like, seriously, stick a pin and be quiet, because all you do is withhold information. So if anybody should be creating a list, it would be you. It would be all you on the list. It would be all your problems because you don't like chatting about them. People have to literally pull it out of you. So I just felt like, yeah, you are not the right one. But, Candice also let her know that, she can choose to be dense another day. And that didn't go down very well, which just cracked me up. I feel like laughing. I'm like, Candice, I love her little one-liners. And she said, yeah, you can be dense another day. Yeah, let's not play dumb here. That just made me laugh. And Dr. Wendy too. Dr. Wendy had to push back and ask her about this whole, Title 9 violation. And Robyn, again, like I said, just stick a pin because she just talks and she talks and she talks. And it's just not adding up. Bless her. She is going down swinging for this madman of hers, for this messy man of hers. She's just going down swinging. No matter how much she messes up, I give her that. She's definitely ride or die when it comes to one, because I'm like, girl, just leave it. Just take a leaf out of Candice's book and be like, you know what? I'm not discussing this here. Simple. Instead, you're trying to defend and act like you're some legal person who knows what I go on, and it ain't adding up. Now, this chicken shit bingo just sounds very messy and mad, right? So as the ladies are on the way to go and get ready for that, you've got Robyn, Candice, Wendy and Mia in the car together. And I thought, how did they even end up together? Because that to me is quite hilarious. Robyn is vexed still about what Candice said about her talking about Juan's case and how she might have messed him up with that and getting offended by that. She don't want to talk about it. And she starts crying. Now, what cracked me up, though, was Candice. Candice is like, oh, my gosh, please don't cry. I don't have any tissues. I said, what? And she does it again. She goes, oh, my gosh, I don't have any tissues. I'm like, no, not OMG, I have no tissues. No, she's hilarious. She is hilarious. So I was cracking up when Robyn was crying. I was cracking up because of what Candice was saying in the back there. But all the ladies looked a bit like, oh, wow, she's having a bit of a broken moment. I feel like I've been saying in videos over the weeks that Robyn is definitely stressed out, but she's creating her own stress because she's carrying this rod for her man. And this man is simply just adding piles and piles and piles onto her back. And she's accepting it. So, you know, you're creating what you're getting, essentially, is how I feel about that. So I don't have that much sympathy, like I've been saying. It's definitely unfortunate, but until she starts to live in the real world, she's going to keep, feeling like this. But yeah, anyway, guys, what did you think of the show this week? I thought it was all right because of the little bits of drama. I was definitely here for that bit. I love Candice. I love Candice one-liners, Karen's one-liners. I'm liking Wendy's clapbacks as well here and there. So yes, it was good. I'd like to see the light skin and light sweat a little bit because I feel like they're just such messy heifers. Anyway, what do you think of the show? Let me know your thoughts below.
Yes, so thanks for watching that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you know when I am uploading some more of people's business. So until then, my nosy people, stay blessed.